Hello, everybody. I am talking today about how the planets of June 2019 affect you all. What to do about it, how to deal with it. These are unprecedented, tough planets, but not every sign will experience them in the same way. So I decided to make an extra video about this. Hello, this is Komilla Sutton, and we are talking about the planets of June 2019. I've already made a video about this. You can look it up in the links, and this is specifically about how it affects you, and also for each sign, how to deal with it. So, all the signs and positions will be for Vedic astrology. In Vedic astrology, the moon point of view is very important. So you can look at it from the moon point of view. So you turn the chart around and put your moon in the lagna and see where this transit is happening. And secondly, you can look at the lagna point of view. Now, personally, I look at the lagna point of view very important. And I find that transits from your lagna are as important as from the moon. So you need to look at both those points of view and see how they're going to affect you. Now, these are turbulent times, so therefore you have to have this idea that some effect will be there, maybe not directly to you, it could be family, friends, and also to be conscious yourself, to take extra care about all the decisions and all what you're doing, because then that is the most important thing. So let us start with the signs. So remember, it is your lagna or your moon sign. So Aries, the lagna lord Mars is involved in this conjunction with Rahu, opposition with Saturn, Ketu. So therefore, for Aries, this is going to be quite a challenging few days for you. Now, Lagna Lord is in the third house of self-effort, in the house of Gemini with Mercury. And usually what I find is that it's before the exact conjunction, which is on the 14th, that we feel most aggravated or most energized to do things. And so for Aries Lagna, they have to take two things in mind. Firstly, the Lagna Lord, and secondly, that then Mars is going to go into Cancer. So in July, Mars is in Cancer, so they have to take care about pushing ahead with things, or if they feel agitated, it's good to say do some exercise or do some thing to take that energy away, but rather than making impulsive choices that may not be good for you. Now, Taurus is good because Venus is in Taurus right to the end, till the 28th. It's in its own sign. And even though Saturn is going in the 8th house, and Mars Rahu are in the second house, Saturn Ketu in the 8th house. And it is Ashtama Shani for Taurus. But because the Lagna Lord is strong throughout the month, it means you're able to manage these things. And Saturn has been, and Ketu are in their 8th house. So some changes are definitely happening. But because Venus is in the Lagna, you have a much more a steadier month than it appears when you look at just the 8th house Saturn Ketu conjunction. I would say your joint finances, yours and your partners, are very much in flux at this stage. So be very conscious of how you deal with financial affairs as well. Gemini, of course, Mars is there. Mercury, the Lord, is going to be with Mars opposite Saturn Ketu. So this is not an easy time for Gemini. And, you feel strong, yet you're being pounded by all sides. So it's good to concentrate on stuff. Now, 7th house, Saturn and Ketu are there. So relationship area is vulnerable at this time. And I would say very important to keep good company, to be conscious that you're at this stage thinking wrong things or taking wrong advice. So if in doubt, go to a trusted source to take advice. But at the same time, you are strong, but only as strong as you don't get involved in all the wrong things. And of course, there is the uh, Mercury Mars conjunction and Mercury Rahu conjunction, which is 16th, 17th, 18th. Just look up my other video, which I've made with all the dates are there. This is more just an overall aspect. Now, Cancer, the Mars Rahu is in the 12th house. So Cancer have to watch their expenses. That is the main thing. Generally, Saturn Ketu in the third is fine. That is not a problem. Mercury is also in the 12th house. So 3 planets in the 12th house for Cancer to watch expenses, and also to watch the days when Moon is transiting over the moon. I just give you the date. Sorry, it's here. And it is going to be on 17th is the full moon, where this transit is taking place, 17th, 18th, which moon is full moon in Sagittarius, 6th house. That is very important. And 4th, 5th of June. So both those days are important for Cancer. Now, Leo, Rahu, Mars, Mercury in the 11th house. So that's a good transit, money, finances, everything. Sun is out of the transit till the 14th. But then also Sun will go into Gemini, which is about money. But Saturn, Ketu are in the 5th house of children, creative ideas, but especially Saturn, Ketu, that conjunction can affect your children. So you've got to be conscious that they are not keeping the wrong company, or if they're under pressure, keep an eye out about what is happening. And also to be conscious about July, when Sun will be in eclipse energy as well. Now, Virgo is not having it as difficult as Gemini, because it is the Mars Rahu conjunction is in their 10th house, and 10th house is career, and it can give them some kind of over energy about career, over pressure, over things. And Mercury is also in the 10th house. So you still watch 14th to 18th. Because that is when Mercury is conjoined with this whole drama aspect, and keep an eye out for work. Now, Saturn, Ketu are in your 4th house, which is your home, happiness. So you can feel very unsettled. And as Virgo, you're a bit critical about what you're doing. So you can feel critical about what you're doing as well. So Libra is Venus, Lagna, Lord is strong, but it is in the 6th house. So that is something to watch out for Libra, because they feel it life more of a struggle. You see, Libra is looking for harmony and balance. And when Lagna Lord is in the 6th house, then it means work and responsibility and some struggle. Now, Mars, Rahu is in their 9th house. So Libra have to be careful of what advice they take. And 9th house also to do with father, and so they may have some argument or difficulty. So that is important for Libra, to be conscious that not to argue with father figures or people, gurus or teachers or advisors. And Saturn, Ketu is in their 3rd house. That's usually a good position for Saturn. Ketu is effort and be cautious and careful. But I think that because the Lagna Lord is strong, it is helping them and supporting them to deal with the situation. And then Scorpio Lagna or Moon. So remember, I'm looking at Lagna and Moon signs both. So depending on those. And Scorpio Lagna, Scorpio is actually protected because Jupiter is in the Lagna. So that is a good aspect. Now, Saturn, Ketu are in the second house of money and speech. So be careful. You may be harsh. You may feel very frustrated. Now, Mars is the Lord of Scorpio. So even though Scorpio has Jupiter protection, but the Lagna Lord is in the 8th house and with Rahu. And so this 14th, 15th is Mars Rahu. And then next month, Mars is going to go debilitated as well. So Scorpio have to be cautious that they're not making changes. Sometimes, of course, you can't avoid the change because something unexpected happens. It's also difficult on relationships because 8th house is the length of relationship and Mars transiting there and Mars Rahu conjunction as well. So be extra cautious and don't think Jupiter gives you full immunity because Jupiter is in the Lagna, it's protecting, but it's not giving full immunity because the Lagna Lord is in the 8th house. Then Sagittarius, of course, feeling the greatest pressure. Now, what you have to see in your chart is that where your Lagna degree is, where your moon degree is, because Saturn, Ketu are going to retrograde back up to 17 degrees, approximately 17 degrees of Sagittarius. So if you have a moon or Lagna earlier degree, that means that the major pressure you've already dealt with. If your moon and Lagna say after 17 degrees up, then means you have still got issues of Shani. And if you have moon there, you're in Sarasati. Ketu is also there. Eclipse is also affecting. So it is a very pressurized time. And then the Lagna Lord Jupiter is in the 12th house. It's not helping. So except that this is a pressurized time, take things very slowly, day at a time. Remember that. And then Mars Rahu in the 7th house means there's not much support from relationships as well. And Mercury is also there. So partners are not being supportive. Relationships are not being supportive. You yourself are under a lot of effort and you're making effort, not getting reward. But the whole Vedic concept is that the reward will come. So right now, just take it slowly, do some spiritual things, chanting, karma yoga, those things that I've already spoken about. I'll put a link also to Saturn's transit in Sagittarius as well as the remedial measures somewhere in this video. So just listen to that as well. All of us go through a difficult period and this is for you, something that you have to deal with. And by November, Jupiter will come into Sagittarius and so things will get much more easier for you to focus. Then Capricorn again, Capricorn Lagna Lord is in the 12th house with Saturn, Ketu. And this conjunction around 14th of June is happening in your 12th house, house of expenses, effort and not much reward. So that is important to see that. Make the effort still. Don't say I'm not doing anything because I'm not getting reward. But think of it, okay, this time I'm making the effort, tomorrow I'll get the reward. And especially a period around 14, 15, this is tough and challenging for you. But this whole Saturn-Ketu conjunction, because happening in your 12th house, it is not giving good results in life for you. But one good aspect is here, that Venus is in Taurus is supporting you because it is in your, I'm just counting it is in your 5th house. So a 5th house is house of good luck. So that support is very important. So even though you seem like things are not happening, there's the luck factor that is there for you. Aquarius, Saturn Ketu is in the 11th house. So it is good placement for it, although the exact conjunction will be difficult for you. And again, Venus is supporting because it's the Raja Yoga Karaka for Capricorn and Aquarius. So Venus is solid this month. 5th house, Mars, Rahu are there, Mercury is there. So you got to be careful with the 5th house. Means children, also your own ideas and thinking, are they too crazy, too outside the box? As I've told everybody that 10th to 20th of June to stay calm, to not make big decisions around that time. That is the important thing. And because Saturn Ketu are together for the whole month, for Aquarius, month and year also almost, that Aquarius need to do something more spiritual, something outside the box. That is what is good. Now, Pisces, the last sign, we see that Saturn Ketu are in the 10th house. So the career is going through some transformation change. It may not be negative change, but you need to restructure your career, redo some areas of there. And then, but Pisces is very well protected because Jupiter is transiting their 11th house, 9th house, sorry, of good luck and opportunity. So it is well protected. Fourth house has got Mars and Rahu there. Fourth house, be careful about home. It may make you feel unsettled also while you're driving. Take care there as well. And don't argue with your mother. Fourth house is mother, so be conscious about that. Now, this is all the signs. And what I want you to say, especially says it, you should look at your moon sign and your lagna. And if both are under stress, that means you are fully under stress. If one is there and the other is not giving the same indication, that means you can balance the things. Then most important for everybody during this time is careful, caution, avoid impulsive actions, avoid doing big things. Be conscious that these are turbulent times, and turbulent times need a real calm way of dealing with them, and also doing some chanting, doing some meditation, yoga, spiritual reading, all those things, you will help you at this time. Karma yoga, giving back to society. And finally, remember that every year we have turbulent times. So that is what we are studying astrology for, to know that these times are there and then how to deal with it. So all the best. Thank you very much. Check out my website.